Hey, everybody, how's it going? We're working right up to the last minute here. Bruce is coming and he's having a little trouble with the link, so I was able to get the email off to him. Somebody put in the comments that you can hear me. Let me know that you can hear. I got the mic on and it looks okay. But anyway, welcome. This is, what is today? April the 28th. This is the April 28th edition of the Flipping America RIA. I am so glad that you're here. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us. We've got an action-packed 45 minutes coming up. And right off the bat, we're going to have the pledge in just a moment. But I always take a minute or two, and I'm going to do this until we've gone through all the pieces, and then maybe we won't play the pledge every time. But when you're thinking about your life, when you're thinking about your situation, I'm reminded of a book my friend Scott Farrell wrote a few years ago. And the book was entitled, It's Not Them, It's You. And that kind of echoes what the whole book really echoes the message that's in the first part of the pledge. When I look in the mirror, I see the reason for my successes and my failures. And it mentions the team, you got to give them credit, but when they succeed, it's because I chose well and I led well. When they fail, it's because I did not choose or lead well. These are things that I have to keep in mind. And I tell myself, and when things are going wrong, and when things are happening that feel like they're beyond my control, I go back to what parts of this did I control? Did I choose the person who just made a big blunder? Well, okay, what can I do to help that person do better at their job and not make that blunder again? So things are more within your control than you might realize. So with that said, I'm ready to play the pledge. When I look in the mirror, I see the reason, the credit for my successes, the blame for my failures. I cannot make it without my team, and I tell them often. But when they succeed, it's because I chose well and I led well. When they fail, it's because I did not choose or lead well. I am the reason. I may have setbacks, but I cannot fail if I don't ever give up. You got circumstances. I got circumstances. We all got circumstances, but you won't find me under mine. My situation will not dictate my emotion. My circumstances will not control my results. External forces will not take away my power to choose. I cannot change the world, but I can change me and the way I relate to it. So I charge on. I am the reason. I have a massive vision, which creates massive pressure, leading to massive action, which is the only chance I have to achieve massive results. The world doesn't owe me success. God doesn't owe me success. No one is going to work for my success. Therefore, no one will work harder for their success than I will for mine. I will give my all and then a bit more. So tomorrow, my all will be more. All right, everybody, that's the pledge. Remember, I am the reason. And of course, you heard all the other part. All right, on to the announcements. Glad you're here. And here's what's coming up with Flipping America. Today, we're going to talk about House Flipping 2021. Bruce is here. He's in the green room. He's waiting. And we'll get to you in just a minute, Bruce. Glad to see you. And tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time, I've got Jill DeWitt and Stephen Butala coming, The Best Investment on Earth. It's always delightful to talk to Jill and Stephen. And they did a pre-recorded behind-the-scenes interview with me a little while ago. And so we've got some cool stuff coming up tomorrow night. And that's at 7:30 Eastern Time, live right here on YouTube and also on Facebook. A couple of pages on Facebook if everything's working right. And maybe even on Twitter. I don't know. It's supposed to be on Twitter right now through Periscope. I don't know. But hey, if you're watching us, let us know where you're watching. Put something in the comments and let us know. All right. Coming up next Wednesday at 12:30, right here at this time, I've got Brandon Barnes. And that should be a B. I just realized that. Brandon Barnes is going to talk about Wholesaling 101, and we'll fix his name. Sorry about that, Brandon, if you're watching this. Brandon will be here. We're going to talk about wholesaling, and then on next Thursday night, we're kicking off what I'm calling May. I'm dubbing May. I mean, everybody gets to make up something month, right? So May is going to be Passive Income Month, and I've got a panel of some great people coming up next week. And I'll just go ahead and tell you who they are. Kim Kesterke, she's the author of The W-2 Landlord. Glenn Glasper, Atlanta resident, but Detroit native, buying all kinds of rental properties in Detroit. And Ann and Bruce Lackey, also from Atlanta, but they are acquiring basically a kingdom in single-family rental properties. We're going to talk about buying single-family rental properties next week. All right. This is Flipping America. It is a coast-to-coast broadcast, Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. It turns into a podcast, which you can hear on any podcast platform there is out there. But you can also download our free app and listen to it directly that way. And then it's turned into this RIA, which we launched in 2020. And I am happy to report that today we are in 30 chapters and just under 10,400 members. We're going to go over 400 today before the day's out. We're like 3 or 5 people short of being at 10,400. So, and then I've got some exciting news coming up in just a moment. The Flipping America Academy is an online training institution. We're just kind of getting that off the ground. The Buyers Club is a done-for-you investing service where if you just want to invest in cash flow, we can help you every step of the way by buying inexpensive properties and seller financing them around the country. The trading platform is coming. I don't know when. I've stopped saying when. We get close to releasing it, then we find something else we want to fix. We've been working on this now for a couple of years, and I'm a little embarrassed by this taking so long, but you know, we are pros at real estate investing. We're not pros at software development. That's all I'm going to say. But I am not going to let the Flipping America Network, our trading platform for wholesalers and cash buyers, I'm not going to let it be released until it really works great and does everything you want it to do. All right, so that's coming. This is the Flipping America RIA. We encourage you to join us. You can join at this link, bit.ly/FARRIA join for $99 a year. The $99 a year gets you discounts on all of the courses that I control through the Flipping America Academy. And also you can join for $10 a month. And basically you're getting access to last year's content and discounts and the ability to network with people around the country who are investing in real estate. You also have the opportunity to lead your own group if you want to, and you can see some reasons here. One of the reasons is you can make some money. We do have a way built in for you to monetize group leadership. Again, it's the same joint link, bit.ly/FARRIA join. Look at all your membership options there. Whoa, easy for me to say. Okay, this is a national network with its local networking with national impact, the Flipping America RIA. We launched in January 2020, and next week we are going to welcome Jacksonville. I just got the word from Chip a little while ago. Jacksonville and Nashville are joining the fold next week. So what I want to encourage you to do is, as much as we can virtually, let's mingle and make this a networking event. Say hello to everybody. And in the comments, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, it comes into me live right here, and I will see them. If you have questions for Bruce or me along the way as we're talking in just a moment, put them in there and, show your support for the Flipping America RIA and joining. And now we're going to get to Bruce, but first, a word from our sponsor. I've got Chip Cagle here. Chip, good to see you, man.
Hey, Roger.
And you are in Nashville, Tennessee today.
I am. I'm in the great state of Tennessee. The last couple of days I was down in Memphis and got to Nashville last night. Going to be here till tomorrow. So what I came to these places for, I think you're aware that we started lending in Memphis and we're working on our first loan there right now.
Yeah.
But we're also adding Nashville, as you just pointed out. And so I came up to Nashville to meet with a potential broker here. Now, in Memphis, I met with 2 possible brokers. So what is a broker? A loan broker is somebody who sends us loans and they get paid for doing so. We one of my reasons for success is that we've got some really great brokers that send us deals. So we don't mind paying that broker something. Yeah, we make a little bit less, but we might not have gotten the deal otherwise. So love my brokers and encourage people to send us loans as a broker or even as a referral source. If you want to be, like, let's say you're a real estate agent, a wholesaler, something like that, you send us a borrower, you don't have to do anything other than send it to us, and they get a loan from us, and you get at least $300. But a loan broker is going to make more than that because they got to do some work.
I was just about to ask.
Yeah, they got to work on getting the loan through. We do so many loans that it's hard for me to give everybody the attention that they need. And so a loan broker can help along the way to push the loan through and to give you the attention. So it's a really it's great for both of us. And and I encourage anybody out there that wants to be a broker to give me a call. You got the number right there on the screen. And I'm going to put in the chat, Roger, all the places where we're currently lending and where we're going to be lending soon. You don't necessarily have to live in those cities. I've got a guy in Phoenix, Arizona that sends me lots of Atlanta deals. So he's doing internet advertising to get the borrowers, and he does have somebody in Atlanta as boots on the ground to do whatever needs to be done, to go see the house or meet with the borrowers, that kind of thing.
All right. Well, we haven't talked today about Bay Mountain's rates and terms and all, but I just want to tell everybody before we sign off, Chip, Bay Mountain has some of the best rates out there right now. Plus, it's great people, great products, great rates, great service, and they can do 100% deal financing in some situations. So be sure you check them out. Yeah. If you need funding for a deal, whether it's a flip or a rental, drop Chip a line and he will help you. Even if you're in a state where Bay Mountain doesn't loan, I don't know if a few of our local chapters are in states where Bay Mountain is not active yet, but contact Chip anyway, because he knows people and he can refer you to someone else, right?
That's right.
All right. Thanks, man. Roger. Great to see you.
Ya.
We'll talk to you soon. All right. We are coming in just a moment to Chip Cagle. No, Chip. We just did Chip. We're coming in a moment to Bruce Glenn. But first, by popular demand, we've got another property pairing video for you, and here it is.
Love property pairing.
Our marriage wasn't really in a great place, and I bought this house really I wasn't to spite you or anything. It was kind of more one of those things. I just bought it just as an investment.
Well, you bought it, and it wasn't a decision that we made as a married couple.
Yeah, that's true.
Today we've got a very special property pairing for you. My friend Mark Dolfini sent in a property that he rehabbed recently, and we're already throwing up some pictures of it here, but he made a video about this, and it's titled A Broken Home. The home was broken, but also when he bought this house, his marriage was in trouble. And the video shows how during the process of the rehab, Mark and Jennifer put their marriage back together. It's a wonderful story, truly heartwarming. And I salute you, Mark and Jennifer, and congratulate you. And so I want to pair this house that you're seeing some before and after of right now. I want to pair this property with a couple of my favorites. All right, I'm going to reach into the humidor here. And you see we've got it stocked up. And I am ready right here with, this is one of my all-time favorites. And usually I have them out of the wrapper for you, but this is a Perdomo champagne. And I left it in the wrapper this time because I wanted you to see the unusual thing here. This is a 10th anniversary. It's a really terrific cigar. All right, so I got my nifty little V cutter out here for this Perdomo cigar. But you know, I just had a thought. Before I cut the cigar, I think I need to talk to you about the whiskey. The reason is I need to let it start aerating. The whiskey is one of my favorites also. This is Lagavulin 16, made on the island of Islay off the coast of Scotland. And it's beautiful, it's smoky, made famous by Ron Swanson at Parks and Recreation. Honestly, that's the reason I tried it in the first place. But I've tried a lot of different scotches, certainly not all of them because there are thousands, but this one is my favorite. And it's smoked. And who wouldn't go for a little smoked whiskey and a little smoked meat, right? But here it is. Now with my scotch, I like a drop or two of water. So I'm going to add just a little bit of water to it. and swirl it around and let it start releasing the oils and get a little air in there. And that gives me time to get this puppy cut. So here we go. I'll put the little V-cut on there. And let's get it lit. I'll put a lid on that. Get it out of the frame this time around. All right. A Perdomo champagne and a wee dram of Lagavulin. What could be better? I tell you what, one of the few things that can be better than this is the story of a little house in Indiana that brought a marriage back together. Smooth, mellow. Here's the whiskey. I'm not going to go through all the blather about tasting notes. I can just tell you this is one of the best cigars out there. It's one of the best-selling cigars in the world for a reason, and this is one of the best-selling scotches in the world for a reason. A perfect pairing for the broken home. If you have a property you would like for me to pair with the perfect cigar and whiskey, send it to propertypairings@flippingamerica.net. I will match it up with the perfect cigar and the whiskey. Doesn't matter if you've rehabbed it, if it's a wholesale house, it doesn't matter. Just send me the property, tell me the story, and I'll set you up. See you soon. All right, and if you are interested in seeing the whole story thank you, Mark Dolfini and Jennifer, it's on Vimeo. Just look on Vimeo for A Broken Home with Mark Dolfini, Dolfini, Mark Dolfini. Bruce Glenn is here. Bruce, great to see you, man. How you doing? Hold on, your mic is muted. Let's see if we can unmute you. I've got you turned up here. Interview, I got you turned all the way up. Nope, not hearing you yet. Check 1 2 1 2. No audio. No audio. Don't hear anything. All right. While he's trying to get his audio going, I'll do the introduction. Bruce has been an appraiser and for 30 years a house flipper. He's been an appraiser for 30 years and a house flipper for 35 plus years. Last year he published a book, First Flip, 30 Years of Secrets, so your first flip isn't a flop. Several questions for you today, my man. It says here in my screen, the guest has muted themselves. So nope, not yet. I don't know what the rule of thumb is about how long we let this go on. Let's see. Text me, Bruce, and tell me what you're seeing, what you're saying, what are you using. All right, I think he's decided to log off and come back. So I will stretch. Okay. All right. One of the things I promised that we would talk about during the show today is how are we finding deals. And I was really looking forward. I was talking with Bruce earlier, and he's telling me about a project that he is getting ready to start. And we're going to try to bring some video of that to you on Wednesdays as part of the Flipping America series, Follow the Flip. but we'll say more about that later once we're actually able to pull that off. I am curious about finding his deals, and I hope that we can get him on here in a minute to answer the question. But if you are wondering how I continue to find deals even in this market, well, first of all, one of the first things that you need to think about is get out of your own territory, maybe. Now, normally, I would not consider flipping a house in a small town. It's been my rule of thumb up until the last, I don't know, year and a half or so, that I will never flip a house in a town where the only people moving there are people moving back home to be near mama. In other words, small towns that don't have a growing population, I'm not going to flip a house there. The reason is it takes longer to sell anything in a regular market, but not this market. For that reason, I've opened up the possibilities just about anywhere, because what we're seeing is tiny little towns, towns as small as 200 or 300. I'm moving houses in one day. And towns of several thousand, their market is just as hot as the major metropolitan areas. So if you can find a deal, then the deal's probably worth doing there just as much as it is here. This means I have to drive a little. I would drive from here to Alabama, from here to Anniston, Alabama, say it's about an hour and a half drive. I would make that drive 3 or 4 times if I had to in order to make $60,000. Wouldn't you? Of course you would. So why not look in a place like Anniston, Alabama, when deals are so hard to find in the major cities like Atlanta? Now, people are still finding deals in the Atlanta area too. Don't get me wrong. They're available. What I'm finding is the deals are a lot more money and a lot longer projects, and those are not the things that are really in my wheelhouse. So those are not the deals that I'm pursuing. The more simple, and there's nothing less advanced about it just because I prefer the simple. You know what I really prefer to do? I prefer to move the money, get the money moved through more quickly, and get that out of the way, and turn it around and continue to increase our profitability by using the money and over and over again. So even in this market, I don't really want to sign up for a 6 or 9 month project. I want to be in and then get out. So we're buying properties in little places like Elkmont, Alabama, Anniston, Alabama, Bruton, Alabama, Chipley, Florida, Newport, Tennessee, and any others. Now, how are we finding these? A whole lot about this. In fact, I don't say anything about it, but I have a team that is making a lot of HUD bids every day, and they're really not employees, they're partners. And we're making a lot of bids every single day and winning some. And often some of them I keep and flip. So that's one way I'm finding deals right now. I also am buying them from the auctions. I just bought one from an auction house yesterday. And actually, we're doing the paperwork. I haven't closed on it, of course, but I agreed to buy one from an auction yesterday. And we're in on several auctions right now. I don't know if I'm going to win any more this week because we're starting to get outbid on several, but we've got a couple more auctions starting up tomorrow. And so we'll be bidding on some stuff tomorrow and Friday. And we're always looking at auction sites, making offers in different places. And we have our own pages out there. You know, those We'll Buy Your House Fast pages? Well, we have those. They're working. And probably my best known is buyyourhouse.net. All right, looks like Bruce is coming back. And I'm going to assign him to a guest status here. And let's see if we can bring it back. Oh, no camera. You have no video, Bruce, but do you have audio? I'm not hearing any audio. All right, now I can't even see your mouth moving because we don't have any audio. Well, okay, maybe the video's coming. There's video. Talk to me, Bruce. Nope. All right.
All right.
Hey, I hear you. I heard you say something. Okay, I tell you what we're going to do. I don't know if you can hear me, Bruce. Are you there? I see you. I know this is frustrating. Technology can do this to us sometimes. I tell you all what we're going to do. We're now. I heard you for a second, like one syllable. All right. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to reschedule this. There's no point in you sitting there and watching us struggle with the technology. But I really want you to hear what Bruce has to say. And now our schedule is filled up for the next several weeks. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to get this in there somehow or another, even if we have to do a special one-off interview. And that's, I'm thinking through it now. That's probably what we're going to do. We're going to do an offline interview, and then we'll play it for you. I'm sorry you won't be able to interact directly with Bruce, but you'll have a way of getting in touch with him. We'll make sure you got that. All right. All right. Well, okay. So thanks for trying. And Bruce, I'll call you as soon as we get done here. Okay. All right. I'm going to just wrap it up by suggesting this. I have a little book in the Amazon bookstore, in the Kindle store, called Fantastic Deals and Where to Find Them. Yes, it's a little spoof on the Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. And it's actually uses the same font, but most people don't notice that. You can get the paperback for $10, or you can get the book for $3.99. And in this book, I don't hold anything back really, except for, some of the details. I tried to make it short. You can read it in one afternoon. And I tell you the things that I did to build my income streams up to the point where I now have between 15 and 20,000 deals coming to my inbox every week. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. It still happens. And I had somebody ask me to prove it about a year ago. And I sent them an email on Wednesday with everything that had come in from Monday to Wednesday. And it was 19,000 to look at than I have time to look at. And that happens every week. And so if you're a wholesaler sending me deals, I'm sorry, but that's the way it goes. I get to all that I can and do all I can. And then I figure at some point that's enough. Well, anyway, if you get the book, you'll know all of my secrets and you know what to do. And you can get the book for $3.99 on Kindle. All right, just go to Amazon and look up Fantastic Deals and Where to Find Them. It's going to suggest, keep looking, look for my name, Roger Blankenship, Fantastic Deals and Where to Find Them. And that will give you some of the secrets. Okay. Hey, we'll get these technical issues fixed and we'll be back. We'll see you.